Correct. So for us, now just if I bring in scrap, I think of electricity. Electricity, unfortunately, there's very little I can do. I suppose, and rising labour costs. I mean, that's inevitable. Let's call it where we come from. One opportunity that we do have, obviously, is on scrap. But unfortunately, that's going against us at the moment. A vast majority of scrap is being exported. Some 50% of South Africa's scrap is being exported. With that, obviously, arises the fact that now you start having a bit of a scrap shortage, which has seen local prices fueled. Government has tried to react by introducing the preferential pricing procurement system. But I mean, all of that, yes, they've introduced that instead of introducing tariffs, but I suppose many of our scrap dealer colleagues have found ways of working around that system, and to the effect that scrap prices have not really come down to the level that one would expect them to. At the moment, scrap prices are higher than that. Look, we benchmark I suppose the scrap price at the moment is a moving target, because remember, South African scrap prices, the way the scrap industry works is everything is pushed back to a European scrap price, obviously, and with the exchange rate obviously being a factor as well. The dynamics in the scrap market has certainly been quite interesting. With scrap prices, remember, obviously our rand has also been following an interesting trend of late. But in March, April of this year, we got to a point where essentially we were unable to source scrap, which actually saw our standing operations in total for roughly some 3 days. It's actually pretty concerning, and that's why we're strong advocates for trying to introduce a PPS system that works, or overall some type of tariff on scrap, or an outright ban of scrap. I mean, ultimately what we need to see ample scrap available. It's not only going to benefit us, Scaw Metals, it'll actually benefit the industry at large, and I'm not only talking about some of our competitors that operate on some of our competitors, other than, it would even, by the way, benefit ArcelorMittal, but also benefit some of our competitors, and benefit the foundry industry at large. Many of those small little foundries there, possibly giving them, or definitely giving them, a competitive advantage that they've probably lost on energy costs and labour over the last few years. Well, at the moment, I mean, the preferential pricing system, the first revision saw a discount of some 20%, then 30% to international prices. But the dilemma is that would work, but the dealers have found a way around it. In other words, we're never ever able to close a deal on that particular price. So various mechanisms have been proposed. Some of those, they went out for comment late last year. The deadline was extended to somewhere in February, and we're yet to hear of any amendments.